In a previous video I built this mobile tool base, and in this video I'm going to make drawers to fit in the front. For materials, I found a futon in the garbage and I've already taken it apart, and these are just the right width and they're already varnished. So the sides on these drawers are just going to join on here with rabbet joints, and where they join I planed off some of the paint just to get a better glue surface, and I also goofed up the first time I cut these rabbets here because I forgot to take into account the thickness of the wood that goes on here. Got my 6 drawers made. Now I need some nice veneer to glue on the front here. And I want to use this oak, and I should be able to get 3 layers out of this. And it's just barely narrow enough with these drawers that I should be able to cut that with this small skill saw blade, which is very thin, cutting from both sides. I like resawing with thin skill saw blades like this because they're very narrow, so less kerf and less power. But even so, my saw is not powerful enough to cut full depth in one pass and go fast. So by lowering and raising the blades, I could do it in 2 passes, go fast, and that way I was able to avoid getting any sort of burning on any of the pieces. Now I need to glue those fronts onto the drawers, and to get even pressure I'm just going to use a lot of clamps. Now I need to mount the drawer slides, and I'm just going to use some cheap 3/4 extension drawer slides that I got from a dresser in the garbage. And I'm just going to screw these on with a couple of wood screws. I'm not even drilling any pilot holes. Working out where the drawer guides go on the cabinet and mounting them precisely has got to be one of my least favorite things to do. I know I want to mount the bottom drawer so it just barely doesn't scrape against the bottom of the cabinet, and I already worked out I need these guides to be 11 millimeters from the bottom, so I made some spacers, and that way I can precisely line these up. Because I'm screwing them onto hardwood, I have to pre-drill the holes this time. Now the drawer glides and the cabinet are about 4.6 centimeters from the top edge of the drawer, and I want the top drawer to be 1 centimeter down from here just to give it clearance so I can get it out, which means I need to come down 5.6 centimeters from the top of the cabinet to mount the topmost slides. Turns out 1 centimeter wasn't enough clearance, and I had to actually round this edge over here a bit just to be able to get it in there at all. So with the top and bottom drawers in place, I just have to mount the remaining 4 slides evenly spaced in here, and then I should be good for all of them. I measured the space between the top and bottom slides and then subtracted the width of the 4 slides to go between, divided what was left by 5, and made 10 spacers to fit in between, and those evenly space all the slides. I ended up with about 1 millimeter worth of wiggle room, so as I cut down on the amount of play that I have in here now, I'm going to take one of the middle ones and clamp it into the middle of its range of its wiggling, and that will cut down the amount of slack for the rest of them by half. Now that I have the drawers done, I can trim them so they'll actually fit between each other and have consistent gaps. Now I just need to get rid of the ugly varnish that's left on the plywood. Well, that came out nicer than expected.